Don't be shy to speak English. Hello, everyone, welcome back to Simple English Ho. Learning English is an exciting journey, but for many learners, speaking is the hardest part. They might know the grammar rules, have a good vocabulary, and understand written English, but when it comes to speaking, they hesitate. Why? Because they are shy, afraid of making mistakes, or worried about what others might think. However, if you truly want to become fluent in English, you must overcome this fear. Speaking is the most important skill, and the only way to improve is by practicing it as much as possible. Shyness in speaking English often comes from a fear of embarrassment. Many learners think that their pronunciation isn't perfect, that their accent sounds strange, or that people will laugh at them. But here's the truth. Making mistakes is part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. No one expects you to be perfect from the beginning. What matters is your willingness to try. The more you speak, the better you get. I have met many students who were excellent in reading and writing but struggled when they had to speak. They hesitated, spoke in a low voice, or avoided speaking altogether. But once they changed their mindset and started practicing regularly, they gained confidence and improved quickly. So today, let me help you overcome your fear of speaking English by sharing strategies, real-life examples, and exercises that will help you become a confident English speaker. Why are you shy to speak English? Before we talk about how to overcome shyness, let's understand why people feel shy when speaking English. Some of the most common reasons include fear of making mistakes. Many learners believe that if they make mistakes, people will laugh at them or think they are not intelligent. In reality, most people admire those who try to speak a new language. Lack of practice. If you don't practice speaking regularly, you won't feel comfortable doing it. It's just like learning to ride a bike. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Accent. Anxiety. Some learners feel insecure about their accent. They compare themselves to native speakers and feel that their pronunciation is not good enough. But remember, having an accent is normal. Even native English speakers have different accents. Negative past experiences. Maybe someone laughed at you when you spoke English before, or you received criticism that made you feel discouraged. But don't let one bad experience stop you from improving. Overthinking. Some learners try to translate every word in their head before speaking, making them nervous and slow in conversation. The goal should be to think in English and speak naturally. Now that we understand why shyness happens, let's talk about how to overcome it and become more confident in speaking English. How to overcome the fear of speaking English. 1. Change your mindset. The first step to speaking English confidently is to change your mindset. Stop thinking of English as something you can fail at. Instead, see it as a skill you are developing. Just like learning to swim or play an instrument, you won't be perfect at first, but with practice, you will improve. Speak, even if you make mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is waiting until they feel ready to speak. The truth is, you will never feel 100% ready. You have to start now. Even if you make mistakes, that's okay. Mistakes are signs that you are learning. 3. Surround yourself with English. If you don't have an English-speaking environment, create one. Change your phone and social media to English. Listen to English music, watch movies, and read books in English. The more you immerse yourself in the language, the more confident you will become. Practice speaking every day. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Find ways to practice English daily. Here are some easy ways. Talk to yourself. Describe what you are doing in English. For example, while cooking, say, "I am chopping onions. Now I am frying them." Use voice recording apps. Record yourself speaking and listen to it. This helps you track your progress. Join online English groups. There are many English-speaking groups where you can practice conversations with learners from around the world. Find a language partner. If you have a friend who is also learning English, agree to speak in English only when you meet. 5. Start with simple conversations. You don't need to have long or complicated conversations at first. Start with simple topics like introducing yourself, talking about your daily routine, or discussing your favorite movie. The more comfortable you get with small conversations, the easier it will be to speak in longer discussions. 6. Develop a growth mindset. Tell yourself, "I am learning, and it's okay to make mistakes." Every mistake you make is an opportunity to improve. Instead of feeling embarrassed, think, "Now I know how to say it correctly next time." Let me tell you about one of my students, Maria. She was from Brazil and had studied English for years but was too shy to speak. Whenever she was in class, she would avoid answering questions. She knew the answers, but she was afraid of making mistakes. When Maria moved to the United States for university, she realized that she had to speak English daily. At first, she felt nervous and avoided conversations. But then, she decided to change. She made a rule for herself. Speak English every day, no matter what. She started by talking to herself in English at home. Then she made small conversations with store clerks, waiters, and classmates. She also joined an English conversation club where she could practice in a safe and supportive environment. At first, she made mistakes, but instead of feeling embarrassed, she laughed and learned from them. Slowly, she started feeling more confident. After a few months, she was able to speak fluently without fear. Now, Maria is working in an international company using English every day. Her journey proves that confidence in speaking English comes with practice and a positive mindset.